All right, Entrepreneur Boot Camp 2021. This is the Entrepreneur Boot Camp 2021. Well, we're going to learn how to start businesses today. We're going to stop playing around. This is session number 7. We've been doing this all month. We've been doing it in November. We've been doing it in December. We're not going to stop doing this. We start businesses right here. We've been going through a whole lot of things the last month and a half. But guess what? This last 7 sessions is the best information we'll ever need. Because here's what we're doing. We're showing people how to start businesses. We're showing them how to do it the right way. We've given you a business partner. Your business partner is your job. Your first investor is your job. We've let you know that. We've shown you exactly what to do. We've shown the steps. We've shown everything that needs to happen in this. What we're going to do is we're going to go to live tonight, and this is what we're going to do. It's the Entrepreneur Boot Camp 2021. This is what we're going to do. We have a special guest out here tonight. We have a special guest out here today. His name is Kelvin Jones. KT Speaks. And come on, Entrepreneur Boot Camp, let's go. Got to give a couple of shout outs to a couple of people out here. Shout out to my girl, my cousin, Cassandra Wilder. She helped me with this IT thing. Last week we had a couple of mishaps, but this time we're not going to do that this time. We got right. Shout out to my girl, Renee Clinton. She always styling the houses right, making sure my background's right. My boy KT, he's coming up live next. We're going to talk about marketing. But at the same time, we're going to do this with the people that we've been doing it with. Ken Reese, Rachel Thibodeau, Andre Sailors, Lance Brown. Let's get busy tonight. Let's learn how to do this. This is the Entrepreneur Boot Camp 2021. Stop the music. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. We're live tonight. Entrepreneur Boot Camp 2021. This is session 7. We had a couple of technical difficulties last week, but we're over it now. I got a guest speaker, great friend of mine. We've been here a long time. We've been doing this a long time together. His name is KT Jones. Been in business a long time. I'm bringing him on live with us. KT Jones. They call him KT Speaks because he's the #1 marketing guru that I know. He can teach you how to start your business. He can teach you how to market your business. KT, this is session number 7. We've been doing this a while, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love you being here tonight because the most important part of a business is marketing. We introduced a couple of things, bro. We told them how to do the business, the boot camp logs, LOGS, which is legitimize your business, obtain an EIN, get professional, and separate business and personal. Absolutely. We also told them they had a couple of people that was a little hesitant to do this. So what we did was we told them to get rid of that fear. They didn't realize what fear was. What is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. We got rid of that. So this time we showed them how to get in a position where they can start some business credit, get it out of their personal name, and show them how to fund their business. Now this is the time. Now that they have a product or they have some type of consulting business that they're going to be working on this year, what's most important? Got to market your business. Do people normally know how to do that, Kelvin?
No. Typically, no, but it's in all of us. We all have an opportunity to do it. We have to understand what marketing is. Marketing is like blood. It's like oxygen. Your business has to have it in order to survive.
Right. I got you. Well, I mean, tell me, when people think marketing, some people think just banners. Some people think having a radio advertisement or a television advertisement. I mean, what is marketing? I mean, is it themselves? What are they marketing?
Marketing is really, it's everything. Everything falls under that umbrella. But at the end of the day, marketing all comes back to you. You are the primary product. And it all works toward creating the brand. And marketing and branding works hand in hand. You hear people say marketing and advertising interchangeably, but it's a reason for that. Because when people work on that, they're trying to create a brand. And what I like to say about a brand is very important, Thomas, is a brand, and y'all write this down, a brand is a psychological relationship that a consumer has with a business person or a product or a service. One more time. A brand is a psychological relationship.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get a little deeper. When I say psychological, It's something that you feel inside, or you believe, or you think when you hear the name of a particular company, product, or service. And that's what you have to work on as entrepreneurs, instilling that in people. So when they hear your name, they hear something important. And one of the most important things about trying to establish a brand is how you introduce yourself to people. And Thomas and I have done this for years, where we call 20-20-20.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this when you introducing themselves, like introducing themselves as a business card, or introducing themselves when they meet people? What do you mean introducing themselves?
Anytime you have an opportunity to open your mouth to someone, it's time to be promoting your business as an entrepreneur. You don't have time to wait and say, hey, I'll introduce myself after the party or after Christmas dinner or next week, the next time I see them when I'm ready. No, you're ready now. 20-20-20. What you're doing at 20-20-20 is you're taking 20 seconds to tell them who you are and what you
Okay.
do, 20 seconds to tell them exactly what you do, and 20 seconds to tell them how you can help them. So my name is Joe X. I own a construction firm and we build houses. And how I can help you is I can put you in the home of your dreams so you can live out your life in happiness with your family for the rest of your days.
Okay. Okay. So kind of thinking about what they. Okay. So what if you have a business and you're kind of nervous about what you introduce, or what if you have several businesses? How do you introduce people? Should you just introduce them and tell them what you do, or tell me what? How should we do that?
Well, one thing you want to do is you engage people in conversation. One thing that I find that works in marketing is, first of all, you have to find out what moves people.
Okay.
What calls to action do people need? Find out what interests them. Engage. Start a conversation. Find out what's important to them. That's going to do a couple of things. That's going to, number one, help you find out who you're dealing with, and also help you find out the angle or the entry point as far as your conversation when you get ready to give them your 20-20-20. Remember, that stands for who are you, what do you do, and how you can help someone. It's very important. That helps you create that brand, again, which is a psychological relationship, something that moves you and feels you inside internally. And it can be created in a number of ways.
Right.
Okay.
That makes sense. You know, when you and I, sometimes you and I sit back and we talk about our businesses, we talk about doing business, and because I have several businesses, sometimes I say, well, man, I don't know which business card I'm going to bring. There's nothing wrong with having several businesses. And I remember a long time ago, you told me, and I still use it to this day. You told me, well, opposed to me telling someone what I do, since I have several businesses, you told me to go ahead and find out what they need or find out what they do to see which business I'm going to introduce. And I use that to this day, and it helps me out because I do have a construction company. We have the virtual office and things like that. So when I'm talking to a person, like you suggested, the very first thing I do is I find out what their needs are. Then I let them know which business I'm going to introduce. Is that important?
Absolutely. That's what we talk about. That's what we mean when we talk about entry points. When you engage them and find out what moves them in their life, then you have an entry point. It's just like anything you do in life. Find out what moves people, what motivates them, what emotional responses they need from you in order to move. And that's going to be very important on down the road when you're trying to get business, clients, contracts, and things of that nature. You want to make sure that you touch bases at certain entry points before you introduce yourself in the 20-20-20. Like one thing what we do, like I'm KT Speaks. I'm a marketing consultant, and I can help you take your business to the next level in a myriad of ways. Let's talk.
Well, you told me who you are.
Yep.
You told me what you do. And then you told me how you can help me. And the very first thing you said was how you can help me push my business. You didn't tell me how you can help me push your business on me. So people are already always interested in their own businesses. So you telling me you're going to help me with my business, you got my interest all the way. Let me ask you this. So for people that's just starting out, for people that's kind of new in this thing, how do I if I got a business, let's say I got a product that I'm selling, I don't know, cups of glass or mugs, or I'm consulting. What's the first thing that I need to do to start to market my business? Is the name of my business important, or does it really matter?
Absolutely, it matters because again, we're trying to create a relationship in the minds of those who listen to you. So what you want to do, number one, is find out who you are. So when I say the 20-20-20, it's just not a catchy slogan or a catchy way to introduce yourself. It's also a blueprint for success. When you find out, you think about it. Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing? I know Thomas talks a lot about you guys, your first business partner, your first investor is your job. A lot of you all are in positions and jobs and companies, and you want to take that next step, but you're a little hesitant, and that's okay. I mean, no great venture was started without some hesitation, but the fear factor has to be overcome. Like you said, you have to leap. So you have to find out who you are and what you want to be. What do you want to do? Do you make a hellacious red velvet cake and you want to sell that? Are you great at doing hair? Are you great at accounting? Are you good at algorithms and programming? I think we had a wonderful young lady who just helped us get from technical difficulty to a smooth live session we're doing tonight. Shout out.
And her name is Cassandra Wiley. I appreciate you, Cassandra. Also, he put a little bit on that too, so we appreciate it.
Everybody go talk to Cassandra about your business and the technology aspect. Now, think about it. She's created a relationship with me already, and I don't even personally know her like that. But I think, okay, live streaming, technology, smooth sailing, when I think about her now going forward, and she needs to continue. My name is Cassandra Wiley. I'm an IT guru, and I can make your business run seamlessly when it comes to online streaming platforms and things of that nature. This is what I do. Let me help you too.
So by her helping us or helping me early this weekend, she has created another stream of income for herself or enhancing the business that she already has, right? Is that what you're telling me? So tell me about these names. How important is the name? We talked about in the beginning, we talked about those laws, which is legitimize your business. Legitimize your business, you got to have a name for it. Should it be John Doe's business, or should it be the Doe business? Or, tell me about using the first and last name, or how should I take these names and put them in place?
That's a great question. It can be tied to a number of things. When you talk about your business, a name, you can come up with a catchy slogan for your name. That's fine. And you also could come up with something based off of your name. Some people use it to go toward exactly what they do. Like you might say, my name is Thomas Wiley, Accounting Services, or you may be TA Accounting, or you may be Thomas Wiley Inc. When people have to figure out what you do, you have to be careful about names that are nondescript, because it will put people in a situation where they have to figure out what it is you do, even if you do a good job of your 20-20-20. So I think one key point is what your company does and tying it to what your service is and in the name. That's important. It doesn't have to always be, but it's very important when you're doing certain things. Like if I am KT Speaks marketing consultant, you know in that name what's going on with the business, or the J&A marketing group. That means that, okay, letters J&A may stand for something. You may not know what it is, but what you do know is that I'm a marketing group. So that begs the question, what type of marketing do I do? And what I want to do is create a situation where you want to know what I do specifically and how I can help you. And I talk about this a lot in my book, The 80-Pound Chimp or 800-Pound Gorilla. Which one are you? On Amazon, you can get that. But it talks about all these concepts of how you can go about branding yourself from a marketing perspective.
And that's a good book. And everybody knows. I'll be the first to say it. Great book, great read, easy read. But let me ask you this, right? While you're talking about names and people kind of figuring out what name they want to be, is it good to kind of put a name out there or establish a name that sounds crazy but makes someone want to Google what it is? Like if someone says chicken salad cars, something like that makes people want to say, well, what the heck is chicken salad cars? And they want to Google and figure out what it is. Is that good, or can it hinder or hurt you? Or hinder?
That's a great point. And I think sometimes that kind of name can kind of apply to certain types of industries. If you're in a super fun, happy-go-lucky industry, that might work. And so you may be something. If you're doing bouncy balls, you're saying outer space based bouncy balls. Okay, so people might say, okay, you got a bouncy houses, bouncing balls, things that are going on for birthday parties and things like that. That could be a cool name, and some people may have weird names that don't apply to anything, and it's something that may throw people off, but people might be interested in the name. I like to stick to things that are kind of close to what we do. Work on being catchy, but the most important thing is how you position yourself and how you differentiate yourself about things. And three ways to do that: service, quality of product, and your sales ability.
Man, it's crazy. I was just getting ready to ask that question. So we got these people that starting businesses. They're working while they're doing it. They're doing it part-time.
Yep.
They're up against some stiff competition. So when they're up against this stiff competition, even though they're doing it from work, they're working, they're starting their jobs, or they have their jobs, so they're starting their business while they have their jobs. How can they differentiate themselves from their competition?
That's a good question because also the competition is high, and being realistic with you, sometimes the competition can be consistent. You have to find ways to find niches to make sure, or a niche, as some would say, ways to differentiate your business. So, like I said, I think service, quality of product, and sales ability. For example, Chick-fil-A is just chicken. It's just
Right.
a fried chicken patty. I mean, Popeyes does it. Zaxby's does it. Kentucky Fried Chicken does it. Everybody does it. But when you think about Chick-fil-A, this goes back to the brand. Pay close attention. I bet
Okay.
you everybody will think the same thing. When you think Chick-fil-A, what do you think? Yes, the chicken patty tastes pretty good, but there are a lot of good tasting chicken patties. I think service.
That's why the lines are so long.
When you see the line, but guess what? The lines are super long, but they're super efficient. They get you through the line quickly, fast, and your food. And I've never had an order that was not correct from Chick-fil-A ever.
Okay.
And on top of that, what's the last thing they say to you when you leave them?
Thank you for
My
coming.
pleasure.
Come back. Yeah, that's true.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
And so
Okay.
Chick-fil-A has differentiated themselves in the chicken business when they don't have a specialized sauce and chicken that makes it taste that much better. They all claim that, but it's really the service. The chicken is good enough to be eaten, and it's good. But they do a great job at providing a service like no other restaurant. When was the last time you went to McDonald's and they told you the shake machine was down? When was the last time you went there and got good service and then have to go back to Burger King because they forgot your Whopper?
Right.
Uh,
Well, now you're scaring me. Now you're scaring me. So I'm a new business
Yeah.
for our audience. I'm a new business. I'm already working a full-time job. I have this business that I'm starting on the side. Thomas has told me to legitimize it, obtain an EIN, become professional. I got a virtual office address. I'm not using my home address anymore. I got a legitimate website, legitimate email address. Now, how in the world am I going to give that customer service like my competitors? What am I going to do?
Well, one of the things you do is you use services very similar. Matter of fact, like the virtual office, you have to find ways to recreate yourself and duplicate yourself in business, especially when
Okay.
you're starting off inside of another organization and you're trying to branch out. You want to spend your off time doing as much as you possibly can, perfecting your service of product, quality of product, and the things that you want to do to make people feel good about that. But you also have to work on your sales ability. And one of the
Okay.
things that help you brand yourself is like when you have a service like a virtual office or something where people can call you and feel confident knowing the phone is going to be picked up. You're going to get a return phone call. You'll get a quick email, ability to have a quick email sent back to that person that's calling you. Those are things that are small nuances that don't seem like they're major, but they are major, and they continue to build the brand. That's a psychological
Right.
relationship.
Right. Very first thing, if I buy anything, if I think about buying it, I'm gonna Google if it's a small business, and I'm always, we always support the small businesses. I'm gonna Google them first. I'm gonna see where they're located. I'm gonna make sure that if I do have a problem with my product, it's not going to a PO box where I can't find them. I'm gonna make sure they have a phone number, and I'm gonna make sure that they just haven't made up a Gmail account last night and then taking my money. So we
Yeah.
want to be professional as possible. Those are some things we've been talking about also. So
I'm sorry, those things are very important because those are the things that can make the difference in you prolonging your time inside another organization or getting out sooner. If you have something like that in place, you would be surprised at how something so small and simple as that can make the difference in the mind of a purchasing manager, purchasing agent, a person in a large organization that can cut you the type of check that can help you walk away from that 9 to 5.
So you're telling me that marketing, the professionalism of a person's business is a part of marketing also?
Absolutely. It's a part of everything. The sales ability, you have to learn your product. Educate yourself on what you do. If you're good at making a red velvet cake, you need to explain. You need to be able to understand why your red velvet cake is so good and how you can let the next person know they need yours for the next church bazaar, the next situation going on at the next party, the next catering event, why they need yours. You have to understand how to tell them and become descriptive. And one of the things we do when we consult with people is we help them figure out ways to market it. I talk about that in the book, The 80-Pound Chimp or 800-Pound Gorilla as well. But you do that, and that helps you develop the niche, which helps your marketing. It helps word of mouth. And also it creates the brand, which is a psychological relationship that people start to believe and remember and think about, and which is a relationship between a consumer, a product, and or a service. That's
Wow,
what puts
that's
you on.
crazy. That's crazy. It's funny that you say that, because in session 2, I gave a shout out to a person, a colleague of both of y'all, named Mignon Gregory, that told me years ago, put some money in marketing. I think I shouted out 2 or 3 times, session 2 and session 3, talk about
Absolutely.
putting money into marketing, because it may seem like it's an expense, but Kelvin, is it expensive? Yes, it can be, but is it worth it?
It's absolutely worth it. And these days you can do some things like we work with people all the time. You could be a walking billboard, merchandise for your company, polo shirts, golf shirts with your name on it. That's a conversation starter. People see that, oh, what is that company? Oh, this is my business right here. And you know what you're doing? You jump right into your 20. Oh, this is my business right here. This is what we do, and this is how we can help you. Oh, this is my company. Oh, this is an ABC staging company. What we do is we stage homes professionally for real estate agents. We can help you sell your house to your dream client.
Okay.
Those are things you do to 20. Who are you? What you do, and how you can help someone. That's very
So
important.
almost like a uniform, but not a uniform.
Absolutely.
Something like a T-shirt, you
Mugs,
drink
cups, giveaways, anything that you put your name on. So, and that goes to your point about the affordability. You can do that with promotional products and stuff like that, and that's something we definitely can help you with if you want to do something like that. But also, social media platforms are free.
Yeah,
By and large, Instagram, Facebook, places like that, they have marketplaces and things like that they have set up. You want Hootsuite, something you want to do. If you have an e-commerce site, things like that, those are services that are very small nominal fees monthly, or they're free, and they can help you start to expand your brand. Which again, I'm going to say it again, and I don't care if it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse. A brand is a psychological relationship. Why do you know what a frosted flake is? Why do you know what Amazon is?
they beat it in my head. So if I want a soda, I'm gonna tell you I want a Coke.
Absolutely. That's because Coke has spent billions of dollars literally on ingraining themselves in your mindset. And what they've done, I'll say it again, they've created a psychological relationship so that the vast majority of the country and the world, for that matter, when they talk about a soda, a pop, usually they're referring to a Coke.
All right.
So that's what happens.
I'm
Mercedes
sold.
Benz. When you think about Mercedes, you automatically think a nice car.
That's
I
right.
want to get a Benz. You don't care what kind it is. I just want a Benz, or I want an Escalade, or something. Like I said, Chick-fil-A again. You think Chick-fil-A, you think good chicken, good food. Whether it is or not, the food is not bad. But again, you like that service. No one can ever knock the customer service of Chick-fil-A. And I say
So
that.
what you go ahead. So I apologize. So what you're telling me, as a small business, I have this small business, and I have a product that I sell, or I have a consulting that I'm doing. So you're telling me that part of my marketing is, if I give people, whatever they buy from me, if I get it to them on time, and if I send them maybe a card or email saying thank you for purchasing my product, or thank you for using me as a consulting, that's a part of marketing too.
Absolutely. Follow up is key. When you start something, you finish it. It's not finished at the end of the sale when you get the check. You follow up customer service. People like to feel important. And if you have a good business, you want to follow up. If you got a hair salon and you're doing people's hair, you do a great job. They look beautiful. My name is ABC. I have a hair salon. I can make you beautiful for any occasion you need to be beautiful for. Okay, let them do that. Send them an email and say, how was the event? How did you like everything? How did your husband like your hair? How was the wedding? How was your children's party? What did you think about that? Follow with them. You you do that, and you create memberships and databases of people that you can have as repeat business. And that's something we get into a lot. We get into a lot deeper when we get into more marketing one-on-one, Thomas. But
Right.
I mean, just want you guys to have a snippet of that. That's the kind of things we do, and all the time, every day, all day. And we want to make sure people understand this. So when you go out to start your businesses, this is something you need to make sure you pay attention to. And again, it all leads back to creating that brand we talk about when you're marketing and advertising. It's a lot of different ways to do it. You can even, these days, you can even have your own TV channel if you know what to do. And we can, and that's something that's very important, but that's for another show.
Well, Kelvin, that's so basically these people need to be one-on-one with you. I mean, do y'all take small clients? I know you got some larger contracts and a lot larger clients, but do you take small businesses that are just starting up and starting small?
Well, yeah, we
Will,
will. We do. We will.
Quick question. Will you? Not do you.
Yes,
Will you do?
I will. You know what? I will. We're really busy and we've been blessed and we're thankful. But I have been doing this along with Thomas for a very long time, and we've seen a lot of success. And it just it's important to help others. I think we all should reach back and pull somebody else forward and pay it forward. And I think this is one thing that Thomas want to thank you for doing these sessions right here. A lot of people need it, and some knew they needed it, and some didn't know they needed it. But it's important that you're doing what you're doing. This is good work. But yes, the short answer is we will work with people, and they can get in touch with us, you guys, and we'll make sure we talk to them and try to get them on the right foot. And we'll take it in a methodical manner and make sure they do it the right way and not just bumbling around like a bull in a china shop.
Since I'm so dedicated to this, and today is December the 20th, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what the virtual office is going to do. I'm going to pay for 20. Today is December 20th, 21. Boot Camp 2021. I'm going to pay for 21 people to have a one-on-one session with KT Jones. Again, I'm going to pay for the virtual office is going to pay for 21 people to have a one-on-one session. I think it'll be a 15 to 30 minute session with KT Jones.
Hey man, that's awesome right there, man. You're a great benefactor. Y'all need to take advantage of that.
Well, you know what? Hey, we got to do this. I have to do this. We love being entrepreneurs. We love entrepreneurship. We have to do this because we want people to be able to buy time. We want people to be able to have more time for themselves. And the only way you'll be able to have time for yourself is to create time for yourself. I'm not going to keep all night, KT Jones. We're going to shut this thing out, but I appreciate you so much. Again, the first 21 people that DM me, that direct message me, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to set the first 21 people up with a custom one-on-one session with KT Jones to help market your business, whether it be helping to starting your business name, how to get your logo together, what to do to stand up to these big giants that you're going to be marketing to. We're not trying to make all the money. We just want to make some of the money. We're just trying to put ourselves in a position where we can buy some time. We can have some time. So Boot Camp 2021. We appreciate everybody. We're going to stay alive. We're going to stay alive out here. I got a question for everybody. For people that's listening to this right now, did you enjoy your commute home from work today? I know you didn't. Did you enjoy the paycheck that you got the last time? I know you didn't. Do you enjoy having your own time? I know you do. So come back to session 8. Would you enjoy making your own paycheck? I know you would. So come back to session 8. We're going to stay alive on this. We're going to do this, Rob. Really appreciate it. Let's help people start these businesses, man. Let's help them join the entrepreneur ranks. Let's do it all in the name of entrepreneurship. We appreciate everything you do, my brother. Take care, man. Until session 8, Thursday, we appreciate everybody. Appreciate it, Kev.
Take care.
Again, Boot Camp 2021. We're going to do this time. Shout out to my man, Anthony James. I appreciate those colors you picked out for us. Shout out to my man, Andre Saylor, one of the best attorneys that I know. Help me out, my brother. Shout out to my girl, Tiffany. Tiffany, you're doing your thing. Shout out to my girl, Shauna. She's coming to Atlanta. She's bringing her businesses to Atlanta. The growth is crazy. Shout out to my girl, Mignon. Mignon, you're doing your thing. I appreciate the help that you've always done. Watch out for her. She got some big things coming up. Lance Brown, I love you, cuz. Legacy. Lance Brown is creating a legacy. Staying alive, y'all.